Harvard University U.S. study suggests aliens are not distant visitors but hidden neighbors living right here on Earth. The study links unidentified anomalous phenomena, UAPs, with the activity of non-human intelligence, NHI, and outlines 4 possible forms of these cryptoterrestrials, hidden Earth-based beings. 1. Survivors of a lost advanced human civilization. 2. Intelligent non-human species like evolved dinosaurs or ape-like beings. 3. Aliens from other planets or time travelers from Earth's future. 4. Mythical-like entities such as fairies or elves.
And they're trying to do exactly what they did in the old days with Noah.
American seer Reverend Brandon Biggs shares a vision from the Lord, warning about scientific lab experiments that mirror the corrupt practices of the biblical days of Noah, just before the Great Flood. He describes seeing scientists using AI, artificial intelligence, to mix human and animal DNA to create superhumans with greater strength and longer lives. For example, they used tortoise DNA for its long lifespan and gorilla DNA to make stronger people like super soldiers. These experiments aim to make longer-lasting organs, going against God's natural design. Reverend Biggs says this is blasphemy, as it tries to change humans made in God's image, echoing the Nephilim, hybrids of fallen angels and humans in the Bible. He also describes a vision of lab-grown babies floating in yellowish fluid inside glass tubes. Some looked part human and part animal, with black, lifeless eyes. These beings had no souls and were influenced by demons. Their organs, he warns, will be harvested for human use, since they are seen as ethically expendable. Reverend Biggs also warns against scientists attempting to bring back prehistoric animals like mammoths and saber-toothed tigers, saying these experiments have secret dark motives. Reverend Biggs also describes seeing underground bunkers called arks in China and other places, built for elites like Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg to survive a coming catastrophe from space. He claims these elites know what's coming but are keeping it secret from the public. He links this to moral decline, comparing it to the Tower of Babel, human pride trying to outdo God through technology. Reverend Biggs also warns of an AI-driven race among nations, especially China, to master genetic engineering, which he sees as a dangerous quest for immorality and a mockery of divine creation. The Kshitigarbha Sutra is a special Buddhist teaching that talks about life, death, and how we can help family members who have passed away. It explains that when someone dies, their spirit doesn't just disappear. It goes through a kind of waiting period for up to 49 days before being born again into a new life. During this time, the spirit can be a bit lost or confused. If a family member who has passed away needs help, you might see dreams or visions of them looking sad or in trouble. Think of it like them trying to send a message that they're not at peace and need your prayers. Fortunately, the sutra gives us clear ways to help deceased loved ones, including prayers and good deeds. The most important thing is to do good deeds and offer prayers in their name. This is like sending them positive energy. Reciting the Kshitigarbha Sutra, reading from this scripture, or sincerely reciting the name of Kshitigarbha Bodhisattva, vegan, a very kind saint who has vowed to save all spirits, is very powerful. Giving to charity, donating to good causes, or helping others in their name creates good karma that can reach passed away loved ones. Dedicate the goodness. After you do these things, mentally offer all the good you've done to your departed loved ones. This helps them find peace and a better rebirth. When you do these things, if those sad dreams stop, it's a sign that your loved one has found some peace and is doing better in their journey.
American writing tutor Louisa Peck shares her near-death experience that helped her overcome alcohol addiction and believe in God. Raised atheist in Seattle, U.S., Louisa began drinking alcohol in high school to fit in. By 1982, in New York City, she was immersed in nightlife and substance abuse. One night at a nightclub, after running out of cocaine, she and a friend bought a substance from a stranger, pure lidocaine. After snorting it, Louisa had vision trouble and difficulty breathing. Her heart slowed, but others didn't realize she was dying. After drinking water at the bar, she felt a sudden blow, like a punch, and shot upward out of her body, filled with relief after leaving behind her exhausting life. Louisa soared over a clear blue ocean, diving toward it fearlessly. She then arrived at a weathered house on a mesa, where she stood as a point of awareness without a body. Entering the doorway, she sensed her ancestors, especially her grandfather, excitedly welcoming her. Though she couldn't see them, she felt honored to follow in their footsteps. Something pulled her to a window, and Louisa saw a gorgeous ocean view and a setting sun. She began zooming along a path of light, and then she wondered if it was a dream. A deep voice answered,
"More real than anything back there."
Louisa approached the sun and wondered fearlessly if she would be vaporized. Instead, she passed into the sun and entered a brilliant light that stretched everywhere, both outside and inside herself. She felt an overwhelming love. A being held her, saying,
"You are so loved."
knowing her deeply. Louisa wanted to stay, but the being told her,
"You can't stay. You're not done."
Despite her protest, she was pulled into blackness, feeling fear for the first time as she dropped. She saw stick figures, one becoming a bartender asking, "How many fingers?" She awoke on the nightclub floor. The bartender had performed CPR, cardiopulmonary resuscitation, for 3 minutes after her cardiac arrest and seizure. Too embarrassed to thank him, Louisa left to avoid the hospital. Though deeply moved, she buried the memory, rationalizing it as a mere brain phenomenon. Years later, after worsening alcoholism and a nearly deadly drunk driving incident, she felt a lightning-like force shoot through her, warning,
"This is the last time I can help you, and you do know right from wrong."
That moment led to her first AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, meeting in 1995. She's been sober ever since and now sees God as the loving intelligence in everything, guiding her to love and help others.
Elevating quote of the day. When one sits in the hoop of the people, humans, animal people, plants, elements, and spirits, one must be responsible because all of creation is related. And the hurt of one is the hurt of all, and the honor of one is the honor of all. And whatever we do affects everything in the universe. Lakota Instructions for Living. Passed down from the venerated enlightened white buffalo calf woman, vegan.
For more relevant news from around our planet, please visit SupremeMasterTV.com/news.